Yes, I know I'm a few days late. But when you know you're not going to probably be impressed with what you're going to watch, it makes you hesitant because the last thing I wanted to do was come on this and just constantly complain. I have a lot of issues about Varesa as a character. It feels like kink bait. I'll be real. But the chibis being shown at the start, good starting point for me. They're on the icon. I'll take that. The thumbnail has them. Finally, we've wanted them back for a bit. I don't have any negative judgment towards the localizers, but I don't agree with them being the ones. Also, we might finally be getting the ending to the dragon story, which is... Oh, okay, so that's the one dragon that we had yet... Well, the one saurian that we had yet to see. Okay. The vibe of this video feels very different because of obviously no story. Also, Yansan just being able to casually throw that over her shoulder is... Wow, alright, fair enough. She gets a normal run, but Nahida doesn't. What? What? Offended. The Archon doesn't get a proper run, but this girl does. Despite same body type, that's rude as hell. Okay. It shows that they can do custom animations and they're not just using what they've got basically preset. Oh, for God's sake. That's not how physics works. This character looks like they are a setup for someone's fate, for God's sake. That's the only creative aspect they've done about the character's kit, is that little sprint there. One, stylized, two, based on the idea of being a bull. But the entire idea about a cowgirl is just, they're literally doing a bloody monster fucking anime hentai at this point with the different races they're throwing into this game and trying to make stick. And then the way that she's dressed, it's like, how Mabuika's outfit already stood out way too much. Would I believe that Varesa is from this game if I hadn't seen stuff like the promotional material and things? No. No, I wouldn't.
Phew! I made it. I'm not late, am I?
Nope, it's just about to start. Oh, and speaking of... Hello, everyone! Welcome to the Genshin Impact version 5.5 special program.
Nice to have the voice actors back.
My name is Naomi McDonald, and I voice Yumemizuki Mizuki. As for my co-host, if you've checked out the bulletin board at the Weary Inn, you might have heard of a warrior from the Collective of Plenty who once ate 80 people's worth of food all by herself.
Oh, great.
I wonder who it could be.
That would have been during the war effort, which is questionable as hell.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jane Jackson, and I'm the voice of Varesa.
Exciting!
No flack to
We
the
get to
VA,
host the special
but
program
flack to
together.
the character's
Although
design.
I was kind of surprised when I got the invite, I have to be honest.
And the tonal dissonance in Natlan is astounding.
Well, actually, the theme of today's program is a travel guide, and Mizuki is an experienced traveler, right? So I think it's a good match.
Yeah, no, I guess you're actually right.
So to kick things off, does everyone remember
Also,
how
the natural
Yansan invited the
accent in
travelers to check out
Mizuki's
her tribe, the
VA
Collective of Plenty?
compared to the
Well,
actual
in version
character,
5.5,
it's neat.
travelers
I
will
like
get
the
to do
difference.
just that.
Awesome. The character you voice is from there, right? Doesn't that mean you have some inside scoop to share?
Oh, it would be my pleasure. Let's see. Oh, let's start with the version trailer.
Okay. Yep, thought so. Yeah, little one's journey ends. Maybe we might learn more about actual dragons.
to the Collective of Plenty.
What up, my dudes? The name's Aoife.
Hey! Okay, another guy.
Nothing
Sweet.
gets the blood pumping like a contest
Took a
to
bit
see
too
which
long on
one
that,
is the
Nahoya.
strongest, huh?
Genshin has had an astounding lack of guys. It's all been women.
Form first. Start the clock.
Huh.
Anyway, I'm sorry, but I gotta get some food in me.
For God's sake.
Olé! Get ready to feast!
More, please.
The animation's charming, but this is silly.
Catch me if you can. If you can figure out which way to go, of course.
Huh.
Evil jerk of a mushroom. Let me show you instead. Here goes nothing. Look out below.
Really? No way.
Hero incoming.
You can't see me. I'm face palming. I can't help it. This is ridiculous. Are you serious? No. They're not beating those allegations for leaning in on fetishes now. That's weird. Why? Why?
Not good. The volcano is acting up again.
Okay. Oh, okay. Another dragon statue, which means there's probably someone else sealed in it. Fair enough.
Ungrateful humans.
Hmm?
Is there really some kind of evil power inside the sacred flame crystals?
I gotta think this through. What should I do?
It would be great if we could get to the bottom of this, but not every historical mystery can be unraveled.
Ooh, pretty area. Let's go. Mech dragon. Let's go. Okay. Ah. Oh, the headdress almost. Yeah, I missed out on these codes. I was so uninterested in Genshin, I didn't even check them out. That kind of says a lot.
Traveler's final stop in their tribal tour of Natlan. The tribe is located near the great volcano of Tolan, which has been looming in the distance since version 5.0. The people of Natlan view the volcano as a sacred mountain.
Ooh, Sacred Mountain. That sounds a bit cool.
Yeah. So for travelers who have played through the Cinder City World Quest, the name might sound familiar. It's the place we were told to take our Saurian companion. So if you're planning to explore the volcano, head to the tribe first and keep going from there.
Whoa, that platform looks like it has bull horns. Kind of like Varesa. Must be one of the main attractions of the tribe. Huh. Did that volcano just erupt?
Yeah, the volcano is dormant most of the time, but if the ground starts to shake, it could be a sign that an eruption is imminent. But if that happens, you can just find somewhere safe and watch the volcanic rain. It's actually really beautiful. Oh, and
Sure,
you'll probably encounter
death.
falling rocks too, but the tribe's Saurians can help out with that.
Oh, nice.
Like the other tribes, the collective
Oh,
of
look
Plenty is
at
home to
that.
a unique kind of Saurian.
Cute.
It's Tonkasaur. The little ones may look cute and innocent, but don't be fooled.
Well,
Adult
baby elephants
Tonkasaurs are
can
powerful
harass
creatures.
humans.
They can smash rocks and other objects by sprinting at them. Striking something with their horns triggers their fighting spirit, enabling them to perform a second sprint, which is faster, more powerful, and allows them to briefly dash across water or liquid phlogiston. Tatankasaurs are gentle creatures at heart, but when they get serious, their brute strength is nothing to scoff at. Take advantage of the indwelling mechanic during exploration, and no obstacle will be able to stand in your way.
Sweet.
Oh,
it's got a
I should
little
also
bow on
mention,
its wrist.
Varesa has a Tatankasaur companion of her own. Her name is Vanana.
Oh, she even has a little bow on her leg. What's she doing?
Oh, looks like she's keeping watch over the orchard for Varesa. And speaking of the orchard, let's look at some of Varesa's food favorites.
Okay.
God, alright.
Varesa's family
Everything.
owns the orchard, so it looks like their fresh fruit made the top of the list. Being so close to the volcano makes the Collective of Plenty a great farming area, so the fruit is even more delicious.
Oh, what about that? What's the Epic Feast Showdown?
Well, it's actually a speed eating contest featuring a ton of delicious
The
food.
face of the
The servings
traveler.
are that
Oh my,
big?
what the
How did people
hell?
even finish something like that?
You
If
don't.
I'm hungry, I guess. Varesa will
No.
introduce the traveler
You
to
can't
another
anime
one of her
power your way
favorites during
through
her
that
tribal
bullshit.
chronicle,
You can't
a
tell me that.
fruit-flavored mushroom.
And we're sure it's not poisonous?
Well, just think of it as a regional delicacy. It's supposed to taste really good, but there's actually a legend about these mushrooms in the Collective of Plenty.
A legend, huh?
Yeah, most of the mushrooms are red, but according to the legend, if you see a green one, it must be picked and eaten right away.
Wait, what
Oh.
happened to the regular mushroom? Isn't that a fungus?
Okay, so this might sound weird, but looks like that's all we can divulge for now. But don't worry, all will be revealed in Varesa's Tribal Chronicle. Whether you want to
Great.
participate in the Epic Feast Showdown, unravel the mystery of the green mushrooms, or learn more about Varesa herself, be sure to check it out. Plus, you don't have to progress through the whole Natlan story to start her chronicle. And if completed within a certain time frame, travelers can earn primo gems and level up materials for Varesa.
Alright.
During the Abyss invasion, Varesa was busy defending her tribe, right? The situation was so dangerous back then. I hope she didn't get hurt.
Well, Varesa may seem to move at her own pace, but don't be fooled. She's a fierce warrior of her tribe. As long as she can get herself in the zone.
Oh, you mean by eating 100 servings? of-
No! Well, okay, that is one way. But she also has a different method. So, Varesa grew up reading stories about Natlan's heroes, and she always dreamed of following in their footsteps. So she made herself a mask modeled after the one her idol Fiatenna wore. Whenever she wears the mask, it's like she can channel the hero she always wanted to be.
Oh, that's so sweet.
All right, let's take a look at her combat abilities.
Running late again.
The poor penguins did not deserve that. That's still... Really?
Volcano kablam!
If anyone's trying to justify her bloody pound animations involving her stomach and her ass, I'm questioning them as well.
Oh my God,
That's
the heart
literally just...
effects. She even falls down? That's so adorable.
Without the mask,
Not really.
Varesa's movements can be a bit uncoordinated, awkward, and clumsy. But once she has the mask on, her demeanor does a complete 180.
Oh, yeah, this girl's got wrestling skills.
Definitely. But the core of her kit is actually her plunging attack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of different, right? Varesa uses the momentum of her charged attack to leap into the air and then plunge toward her enemies. After unleashing her elemental skill, tapping her normal attack will allow her to quickly perform a charged attack and then
This
attack
is
with
why I was
greater
concerned
speed.
about doing
Wow.
this,
She
because
seems a
all
lot
I
more
feel is
light, and her
immense
moves seem more
disappointment.
forceful.
Forceful is right.
And it's worse
Varesa
than I
gains
thought. It's
night
not even
sight
just
points by
the
hitting
character's
enemies with her
design,
plunging attack.
it's the
When her
moveset
night
as
sight points
well.
reach maximum level through this method, Varesa can enter a special state and consume night soul points to unleash an even stronger plunging attack.
So this must be the hero state you mentioned before, when she wears the mask and channels her idol. Wow, yeah, her moves definitely look so much more confident now.
That's for sure. The combination of her elemental skill, charged attack, and plunging attack is where her kit really shines. Plus, when in this state, for a brief period of time after performing a plunging attack, Varesa can unleash a special elemental burst.
Oh, I get it. So the on-screen indicator around her signals when you can unleash it.
Yep, and during her normal elemental burst, Varesa dons her mask, enters her special combat state, and unleashes a powerful flying kick against her enemies.
Whew, that's a strong kick.
Of course, adventuring isn't all about combat. Like the Saurians of her tribe, Varesa is good at sprinting, jumping, and smashing through obstacles in her way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, that leg spinning animation when she sprints is just so cute.
Yeah, plus, if she encounters an obstacle on the road, she can just leap right over it.
Yeah, she jumps pretty high.
Varesa's a great fighter when she needs to be, but she doesn't do too well in a competition setting. She's afraid of hurting other people.
Ah, okay, so she's all raw power and no control, huh? I bet Yansan could help with that. Varesa's one of her students, right?
Yes, and Yansan's ancient name means power, so if anyone can teach Varesa about wielding immense strength, it's her.
Oh, speaking of Yansan, it seems like our travel guide has some information about her.
Okay.
Yes, these are some of Yansan's tips for a successful visit to the Collective of Plenty. So, let's take a look at some of the recommended activities around her tribe. The Collective of Plenty is all about brute strength, so wrestling matches are a popular activity, especially between people and Saurians. If you're
Those
interested,
Saurians are
head to the wrestling
winning.
arena to check it
Come
out.
on.
Whoa, that looks like a close match.
Travelers
wouldn't
might
be,
also spot
logically.
matador Monatus around the outskirts of the tribe.
I get the name now. They definitely look like bullfighters.
Or, I guess, Saurian fighters in this case? Anyway, these little guys are pranksters that like to taunt the Tatankasaurs with their banners. In true Collective of Plenty fashion, the best way to get rid of them is by charging straight at them. Of course, we can't forget about the most popular pastime in the tribe, exercise. And since Ian-san is a professional trainer, a lot of people come to her for nutrition plans, training plans, and strength training exercises.
Valid.
I mean, she can do it all.
Yeah, but it's quite
About
a
anything
contrast
high in
seeing her
sugar,
train
sodium,
people
yeah.
who are so much bigger than her. But once you learn about her personality, I feel like you don't even notice her height anymore. She just definitely seems dependable and supportive.
Definitely. So let's take a look at how all that training plays out in combat.
What drink is that?
You haven't quite hit your reps for today. Come on, one more set. Controlled breathing.
I see they didn't need to make Varesa a bull in order to make her able to just do a dash. This girl having a normal ass run despite being the puny character model is something, alright.
As you can see, Ian-san is an electro polearm user.
Polearm? But isn't that a barbell?
Hey,
Imagine
barbell
using
can
a
be an
barbell
effective
to kick
weapon,
someone's
but
ass.
only in the hands of an experienced in-game professional, of course. So don't try this at home, travelers.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
leave
the
bar
throwing
fighting
over
to
the
Yansan.
head is
With her elemental
everything.
skill, Ian-san gains night soul points and dashes
Because when it
forward a
lands
certain
and you
distance.
catch it,
Quick.
there'd be
With her
more.
elemental
It'd
burst,
feel
Ian-san
heavier than it
unleashes
actually
a
is because of the
powerful ground
velocity.
pound and summons her
And could
limited
break your
edition
wrist.
kinetic energy scale for workouts to the field.
Wait, what does that do?
The energy scale follows the active character and boosts their attack based on Ian-san's own attack and
Oh,
amount of
what?
night soul points. The more night soul points she has, the
So
higher the
she's
boost.
Bennett
Ah,
for
okay. So
Natlan
it's better
characters.
for Yansan's night soul points to remain high.
Yes, exactly.
Let's
And that's
go!
where the energy scale
Yeah, there
power
it is.
function comes in.
Hi,
The
Mavalica.
energy scale logs the distance the active character has moved, excluding Ian-san herself. The more Ian-san's party members move, the more night soul points she gains, which means her attack buff is higher.
Wow, okay, so it all comes down to the amount of exercise. Very fitting for a trainer. So Yansan probably works best with characters who use movement abilities in combat.
That's true. Although, because of that, her buff isn't restricted to a specific AoE. So
It's nice
moving
that we're not
around is
limited
kind
to
of the
circle
point.
impact
I'm sure
anymore.
travelers will figure out all sorts of cool team comps.
That's so nice.
And she's the
Also,
4-star,
when a
right?
nearby party
Let's
member
go.
triggers a Night Soul burst, Eonsan obtains the warming up effect through one of her talents, allowing her to continuously restore HP to your current active character for a period of time.
Oh, I like that. Because recovery is definitely important in training too.
Eonsan's training comes in handy for exploration as well. In the Night Soul's Blessing state, Eonsan's movement speed is enhanced, and holding the sprint button allows her to enter the even faster at rush state.
Wow, that's lightning fast. Looks like Eonsan's got some serious athletic ability. I really like how all her skills suit her profession.
Yeah, I feel like her training philosophy really shines through.
If only we
It
could
takes
say the
constant,
same about
dedicated
Varesa.
practice to truly harness your power. And that's definitely what makes Eonsan so effective against her enemies.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of enemies, I see a danger notice here.
Right.
Yeah, I thought so.
Travelers need
A
to
little
defeat this creature
dragon-like.
to get Varesa's ascension materials. It uses
Yeah, so
scalding
skip.
lava and
Sweet.
rocks to attack its foes. So make sure you're prepared, travelers.
This monster kind of reminds me of the lava enemies we faced before. The ones afraid of pyro attacks.
Oh, you're right. It's like an extreme version of those enemies, and it works in a similar way. Hit it with enough pyro attacks and it will change form, giving you an opportunity to strike. Now is also the perfect time to talk about an improvement to the boss tracking system.
Okay.
Starting in version 5.5, clicking on a boss icon on the map will allow you to more quickly navigate to its location.
Oh,
Sweet.
nice. Well, that should make farming a lot easier.
All right, I'd say it's about time for our first break.
Oh, wait, we forgot something important.
Oh, of course, the event wishes. In the first half of version 5.5,
God.
we'll have
Alright.
event wishes from Varesa and Shannon.
Why is she?
Eonsan will
Another
also enjoy
plunge
a
character
great
running,
boost.
alright.
Plus, a new 5-star catalyst, Vivid Notions, will be featured on the
That
weapon banner.
weapon just
And in the
looks...
second half of version
Ah,
5.5,
Hazelon,
we'll
fair
have
enough.
returning event
Venti's a little
wishes for
weirder.
Shalonen and Venti.
All right, now we can actually take our first break. See you soon.
波波，沃鲁之邦是一个什么样的地方？
乌鲁之邦啊，是一个充满力量与肌肉的地方。那么他们这个部族里面的人解决问题的哲学就是力大专飞。那我们在设计这个区域地图的时候啊，就希望大世界、角色和龙都有这种力大专飞的感觉。比方说在探索的时候啊，碰到跨越不了的悬崖，我觉得跑得够快就能够顺势起飞；碰到一定要过的河流，我觉得跑得够快就可以水上漂；包括碰到一些复杂地形，我觉得跑得够快就能够打通隧道、改变地形，等等等等。
那沃鲁之邦的人在日常生活中有什么有意思的事情吗？
我想起来，这有一款知名的风味饮料，就是用沃鲁之邦盛产的水果加兔角龙猛烈的撞击做出来的。其中这个充满烈度的撞击啊是关键。毕竟我觉得这个叫做大力出。
Okay, neat. So just interacting with things in the map now can give you recipes. I kind of like that.
有什么灵感吗？
这个嘛，我总觉得之前纳塔的生态还缺少一点狂野，而火山天然就具有的野性美，则可以很好的弥补这一块。不过我们开发的同学啊，对这个设计的想法还不太统一。
我觉得火山吧，就应该激烈的喷发。火山
I agree.
像一座死火山一样沉静一点。
I don't.
那最后啊，我们努力的满足了双方的需求，让它一会儿沉静，一会儿喷发。
那除了夸张的风景地貌，有没有什么有趣的内容在等待着大家体验呢？
当然也是有的。
Also, the pose of the traveler and Paimon in the back.
就会在这个版本迎来高潮。我们这个版本有狂野的自然生态，有激情对撞的场景，甚至还有夸张的地方传奇等着大家。也希望大家能够喜欢 5.5 版本的游戏内容。
好看。
我觉得应该会喜欢吧。
Hello, travelers! Welcome back to the version
Oh, look at
5.5
it.
special program.
Welcome back. Does everyone still remember the volcanic eruption we saw earlier? Well, the eruptions are actually getting a lot more intense.
That seems like a bad omen.
Yeah, travelers will need to investigate the volcano to learn more. And to do that, travelers will need to wait for the right moment and head to the very top of a circular isle known as the Skyfire Circlet, which sits right above the volcano.
You know, being so close to the crater really does look very dangerous, but wow, is it stunning.
Those fumes would
Once you make it to
be
the top,
bad for
you
your
can use
health.
a special method to enter the volcano and follow a mechanical dragon into an underground ruin.
Just casually beautiful area that probably gets engulfed by lava. Let's go. Sure. So I don't think I didn't notice the headpiece the little one ended up with in the art that showed for the version. Whoa, that's cool looking.
Wow, it's so majestic. I thought the inside of a volcano would be nothing but lava and rock, but this place is more like a city.
There have long been legends in Natlan that speak of a sacred city and a volcano. And that's exactly what this place is. It's the sacred city of Tolan, built by the Dragonborn of ages past.
Wow, the shattered sky looks so cool, and these mechanisms look so advanced.
Yeah. Travelers might notice a certain resemblance
look!
to the secret
Little
source
robots.
automaton. And that's because everything you see here, the secret source servants, the dragons circling the sky, the giant structures, are all relics from the age of the ancient dragons.
Those flying ones are called secret source dragon idols, right? Wow, we can actually ride them! This dragon technology is really impressive.
So unfortunately, due to the previous war between dragons and humans, along with years of abyssal corrosion, the city doesn't operate like it should.
The war between dragons and humans, what happened?
A few clues were revealed in Natlan, but there are more secrets to uncover this time. And
Yes.
travelers will need the help of a very special Saurian along the way.
Ooh, I'm guessing that means it's time for another adventure with Little One?
Absolutely, that's right. Travelers might remember that during the Cinder City World Quest in version 5.2, a mysterious dragonborn said venturing to a sacred city was the key to dispelling the Flame Lord's blessing and unraveling the mysteries surrounding Little One. I know a lot of people can't wait to get to the bottom of that curse and learn more about the so-called Chosen of Dragons. And it looks like exploring this place might give you some answers.
Not just answers, but also rewards. A total of 400 Primo Gems in exploration mission rewards are up for grabs by exploring the new 5.5 regions. These rewards will be available through version 5.6, so don't miss out. Alright, let's get into the version 5.5
Look, the little
event.
helmet he now has.
Similar to the Sacred Dragon City, our first event gives travelers the chance to learn about Natlan's past.
Tournament of Glory and Bloom. So it's a competition.
Yeah. The name of the event is a reference to the Bloomflower Trials.
The
a kind of
question is
competition
that our
hasn't been
one
held
or
in
someone
Natlan for a
else's?
long time.
Ooh, mysterious. So why is it being held now after so much time?
Well, the main reason is to help an ailing Saurian.
Oh,
Okay,
the
different
dinosaur
one.
wearing the hat.
Aw.
Yeah, he's a brave little Saurian who contracted a rare illness during the fight against the Abyss. So the tribal chiefs enlisted the help of a professional Saurian vet, Aoife.
Hey, Kukuku's there too.
Nice to see
course.
Aoife.
He's Aoife's assistant after all, and a very capable one at that. No way, bro! Yes way, bro!
Yeah.
According to Aoife, if we want to save this Saurian, we need to collect sacred flame crystals, a special resource that can be obtained when tribes fight against each other during the Bloomflower Trials.
Oh, I would do anything to help that little guy.
I know. And luckily, the 6 tribal chiefs agree. But that's not the only purpose of the tournament. Mawika sees it as a chance for a different kind of competition to unite her people. And she's even funding the event herself.
Huh. So if all 6 tribes are participating,
Fair enough.
I wonder which team the Traveler will join. How does that work?
Oh, right. Let me explain the event gameplay.
Take it away.
This event has 2 different kinds of gameplay. The Bloomflower Trials and Saurian Treasure Seeker. In the Bloomflower Trials, travelers will fight alongside their companions in an inter-tribal competition that puts their offensive and defensive capabilities to the test. For example, this is an offensive battle with Mualani. In offensive battles, you need to break through the enemy's defensive barriers to capture their stronghold. Your allies
it's a
will provide
repeat of
valuable
the
support on the
play-
battlefield.
The
Use
way
these
that
skills to
the
your advantage
actual
to complete
competition
various
played
stage events
before
and
we
seize
ended
the
up
enemy's
finishing
main
up
base.
story.
And
Neat.
this one with Varesa must be a defensive battle.
That's right. In defensive battles, you need to prevent your flag from being destroyed and work with your allies to protect your base.
Wow, so it's
Her
a true
animations, every
standoff
time I
between the
see them, I'm
tribes.
just not impressed by
In
it.
this event, when you're competing, you're having fun.
Okay, so what about the Saurian treasure seeker?
Basically, travelers
all
need
of
to guide
them.
Saurians on a treasure hunt by switching
that's
the
charming.
indicated direction at various intersections.
Makes me think
while
of a
collecting
game I
treasure and
played as a
avoiding
kid,
hazards along
though.
the route, like hilly trail patrols and lava eruptions.
Ooh, looks fun.
Plus, different Saurians have different abilities, so make sure to choose the best route. Oh, I should also mention, completing this event will give travelers the chance to invite Auroron to their party.
Hey, I'll take a free run. Sure.
Version 5.5 also has other exciting events in store. The first one is a more light-hearted co-op event. Travelers can either randomly match with other players or team up with friends.
Co-op with friends is always so fun.
Yeah, in this event, the goal is to collect as many adventure coins as possible. Interact with item boxes scattered around the challenge arena to obtain key resources to secure victory.
Oh, so the items help you mess with other players and prevent them from earning points?
Yeah, that's right.
Rude.
Plus, everyone has a designated character, so make sure to use their skills to your advantage.
Whoa, 4 Mauikas? I can't even tell them apart. So I guess if you're gonna mess with another player, then you better target the right one.
Oh, definitely. Especially because rewards are on the line.
So this next
What the
event
hell are
looks like it
they?
takes place at the People of the Springs.
That's right. It's called Rhythm Ball Metzli. Mualani invited the traveler to her tribe for a special music festival. Shilonen and Mizuki are going to be there too.
Sounds nice and relaxing. I feel like Shilonen needs that in her life.
Yes.
True.
Yes, she does.
In this event, the goal is to strike incoming balls with
Okay.
the paddle to smash the blocks. The paddle's element changes based on your character's elemental type, so you can even trigger elemental reactions. All you need to do is hit the balls to the beat to defeat the boss.
Oh, well, that doesn't seem too hard.
No, but this next event might be.
Ooh.
So, Unlimited Fighting
bosses.
Championship features 5 stages of high difficulty combat challenges. Each stage is divided into 2 halves. In the first half, you need to follow the directions specified in the challenge to earn buffs, which should give you an edge in the second half as you face off against formidable bosses. Your chosen difficulty determines the max HP of the bosses.
Wait, 9,999 times HP multiplier? Is that even possible to defeat?
Well, let's just say the highest difficulty doesn't take the word challenge lightly.
Okay, well,
Oh, sweet.
this next event has to do with artifacts. So, within the event period, you can earn double the artifact drops. So, if you need to do some artifact farming, don't miss out. Travelers can also look forward to a new artifact domain and 2 new artifact sets in version 5.5.
Ooh, nice. Double drops are here just in time.
Yup,
Hold on,
and
mind.
plus, I
Long
heard
Night's
the Long Night's
Oath,
Oath
huh?
set tells the story of light keepers who fought against the abyss and Not Cry.
Light keepers.
Ooh.
Wow. Nodcry seems so mysterious. Lore keepers, get your pens ready.
Yeah, suits
Absolutely.
me.
So be sure to check out the story behind the artifact set if you're interested. All right, moving on to Repertoire of Myriad Melodies.
Ooh, are we getting a rhythm game update?
Absolutely. Certain
Let's
Natlan
go.
OSTs will now be available in the game.
Cool. I'm sure people have been waiting for that.
Future updates will continue to add more music. In addition, Natlan and Venti-inspired score themes will be added to the Treasure of Myriad Melodies shop, so check them out if you're interested.
Oh, fair
Plus,
enough.
in the new update, you can now play the rhythm game in the Serenity Pot.
Nice.
Hey, let's go.
5.5 is also adding new permanent envisaged echoes challenges for Venti and Dia. Complete them to earn
Fair
their
enough.
corresponding echoes.
Venti's looks a lot
Ooh,
better.
Dia's flames are so cool. Oh, and Venti's echoes look like feathers and Cecilia's. Very fitting.
So check them out if you're interested.
Yeah, and good luck with the challenges.
Travelers can also look forward to some Genius Invocation TCG updates.
Let's go.
Including new character and action cards.
So don't miss out, Genius Invocation fans.
All right. Next up on the agenda is...
Our break for the 3rd redemption code. See you on the other side, travelers.
What the hell
Today's
is
goal
this?
is to get moving and burn fat. Just follow
She
Coach
needs
Natlan.
that help with all the shit she eats.
Are we ready? Let's go. Gotta warm up those muscles, so let's get our bodies moving.
I'm gonna skip this. If it's gonna load. Come on. There we go.
Welcome back.
Woo! Let's jump right into some system optimizations. First, the Sanctifying Elixir, which travelers can use to generate artifacts, now has a guarantee.
Ooh, what kind of guarantee?
Oh,
So
sweet.
starting in 5.5, for artifacts defined with Sanctifying Elixir, as you raise them to maximum level, at least 2 substat enhancements along the way are guaranteed to be applied to your targeted substats.
Okay, good
Hopefully,
choice.
This improves the leveling experience.
Yeah, definitely sounds like it'll be
Stop
easier
making
to get the
players
artifact
mad.
you're aiming for. This next update should also be useful. In version 5.5, the treasure compass will now be able to detect more treasure locations, including the new kind of Munitu's in the Collective of Plenty
Good.
region.
Oh, nice. So that should make it easier to farm those primo gems.
Exactly. Plus, in addition to the boss tracking update we mentioned earlier, there will also be updates to the mail system, so be sure to check out the developers' discussion for further details.
And we also have a piece of out-of-game news to share. So, Genshin Impact is teaming up with Seagate to release an external SSD. Let's take a closer look at the collab.
Huh. Neat design. I will say I'm surprised that it's his design, but okay.
And with
Sign
that,
of all
we've made
characters,
it all
but
the way
fair
through
enough.
Our version 5.5 travel guide.
Oh, which means it's time for us to sign off. But guys, it's been so fun. We hope you've enjoyed it. We've really enjoyed seeing all of this new stuff that's about to come out. I'm really excited for the updates to the permanent content, particularly the echoes. I think that looks awesome.
Definitely.
I'm really excited to see which other characters are going to have echoes. I was thinking if Varesa has one, it's got to be food themed, right? It's going to be
absolutely.
like mini donuts or
Tacos.
yeah, to tacos, just like flying out of the back of her.
I mean,
hope
that
so.
sounds delicious. Well, you wouldn't want them to drop, though, you know.
No, I'm sure she'll still eat them.
Totally.
3-second rule.
God.
Well, I am super excited for everyone to get the chance to meet Varesa and have fun with her in game, learn a little bit more about her.
I'm just gonna
I
forget
just-
she
I don't know, can't wait.
exists.
And I'm
Because I think the less kind of fan service slash fetish bit that I see relating to any of my games, the better the better my opinion of them will be.
Exciting.
Yeah. Well, it's
There's
time
a
for us
reason
to say
why I
goodbye,
judge
so
Wu
bye,
for
travelers.
making everyone
See you
in
in
love
game.
with
Bye,
the
guys.
protagonist. I do enjoy it. The special program all in all was mostly fine. For us as kit though, man. They didn't just make her design like leaning on people's fetishes, they also made her bloody kit do it too with the way plunging attacks work. Great. If anyone's like genuinely enthralled by her design, we know the sort of people you are. And I judge it intensely. I don't think that she'll be a personality that I'll dislike, but I do think that her design and kit just make me have more questions than answers about what the aim is with the... Like, Natlan's been tonally weird and all over the place the entire time it's been out. Like, some things just do not fit very well within the setting that they've picked. And then there's this girl, and it's just like, okay. Alright. I guess. Meanwhile, seeing Mizuki leading the special program where they're finally able to go back to form and use the chibis again does make me happy. I did actually really like Mizuki in the previous update, with her interactions with Miko and with A, even though she was a little more awkward in that front. But hey, I will take it. So yeah, no, best of luck to people who do aim on pulling. Bloody Ian-san looks really strong, actually, which is nice. I still think it's very rough that they customized her animations of a sprint, but Nahida's stuck with the childlike sprint of Klee. Maybe they should correct that long term, perhaps. It just maybe add a little... It just looked a bit good for the Archon to not be, like, running that way, but hey, you know what? You do what you do, I guess. But yeah, no. I'll look forward to seeing the end of the story with the little one, at least. I am looking forward to Not Cry more than I am the finale of Natlan. Like, at this point, I'm kind of looking forward to leaving Natlan, which is kind of sad because I never felt that way about Fontaine. I, if anything, wanted to stay there. Fontaine is still, as far as I'm concerned, the highlight of the story of all of Genshin, with obviously Sumeru coming second. It's a weird one. I don't think that they've peaked too well, and I think there's always the potential for them to, like, do something incredible with the story again. I wish that Natlan was more consistent in its vibes, and with its designs, and with what's going actually on. They had such a cool premise with coming to a land of dragons, and then filled it with a bunch of tech that just feels like it kind of takes away from that. Like, motorbike versus, like, the idea that inside of Mavuika's kit, instead of using, like, dragons themselves, they're just like, here you go, have a motorbike. It falls out of line of the technology that's kind of present in the world. This story made me cry, but that's because it kept stabbing me in the gut over something I feel very, very sensitive over since my pet died. Did this story impact me as much as some of the others? No. I think that Mavuika's story is still very meaningful and powerful, and I think Lali was handled super well. But outside of those two, underwhelming when I look back on previous aspects of the story. And that's kind of sad to say, because I do think that they tried. I just don't think the effort was enough. The best things that they've done is Mavuika and Silali, and even Mavuika has issues. And so does Lali, and the fact that she's into the Traveler. I just don't like it when they do that shit. I didn't like it with Ayaka. I didn't like them hinting at it with Jean. I don't like it with Silali either. But on top of that, there's just... The other good things that this nation's probably done is the ways that you move around the map. But the thing is, that won't stick around once we leave. We'll see if they manage ways to make it viable for other locations. But they only apply for inside an Natlan, really, because Night Soul points aren't the most convenient. It won't be massively available. It won't be as easy to get phlogiston when you're roaming around other areas. So hopefully they find a way to make it able to be sustained when we're exploring other maps, even if they're not the focus anymore, since the freedom of movement was greatly appreciated. It added more dimensions to the gameplay. I think that it's a net positive to have outside development time. But yeah, I have a lot of questions on where Genshin's aiming on going here, because Not Cry, I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like. But Natlan's left me a bit underwhelmed, and that's the sad bit. I didn't want to make this video because I would have to admit to that fact. I'd have to admit that Varesa really disappoints me on the character development side of it. I'm glad that they've introduced a male character in Aoife. We needed more guys. They have just been marketing women for a while now. But yeah, I really hope Not Cry does better than this. Because I think a lot of people that I've spoken to all feel the same as I do in the idea of, hey, this is a bit weird and kind of boring now. It's like I've been focusing on other games. I've not been even doing dailies in Genshin, which makes me sad. I like Genshin, but I look forward to the return to other nations more than I do the current nation. That's sad. Like, the Inazuma event, I thought that was amazing. I still haven't edited my reaction to... Because the footage was in a dodgy spot when it came to the Natlan's final part of the story. But I haven't still edited that, and that's been for multiple patches because I've just not been very motivated to do it. Meanwhile, with Star Rail, I'm really invested. And even Wuthering Waves, which I actively dropped that. My other half went to it and was like, oh, this is good, and it's based on Venice, a place you have actually visited. And that made me go back. And I felt a lot of nostalgia doing it, because it's a region that just was unique. They didn't lean too much on Genshin. And that was a positive thing for them to do. Meanwhile, Star Rail is consistently good, but they're also doing... It feels kind of scummy what they're doing with characters at present. It feels like everything's a must-pull, and that's really concerning. Because I remember back when Star Rail first came out, it was really free-to-play friendly, and now it's just not. Meanwhile, the opposite's happening with Genshin. It's becoming more free-to-play friendly. But it's less invigorating when it comes to its story so far. Unless they change that with Norcry. I'm looking forward to leaving Natlan. Hopefully I haven't upset anyone with that viewpoint, but it is how I feel. And I don't want to pretend that isn't the case. I'd rather people know where I stand with it, so when they inevitably, hopefully, do better, I can look forward to the game again. But this is taking too long. The wait for, like, versions to be over is always dull, though. It's not just Genshin that's guilty of that. It's probably any live service game ever, where it feels like the wait in between the new, main versions / updates feels like it takes forever. I get the team is hard at work, and I wouldn't aim to rush them. I just think that because this region has been quite underwhelming to me compared to some of the others, I want it to end even faster than I did the others. The others I wasn't looking forward to the actual end of their stories. I wanted to see every bit of lore I possibly could. Meanwhile, with this one, I'm just kind of tired. So we'll see. We'll see how they do in the future with Genshin. I'm hoping Nordcry or Snezhnaya recaptures what made, for example, both Sumeru and Fontaine so amazing as, like, story experiences. Like, both of them were the pinnacle of the storytelling in Genshin. Fontaine, to me, is the better of the two, but I've seen people say the opposite, saying that Sumeru was their favourite part, and that's totally fair and valid, and I totally get where you're coming from. I'm sure that some people think that Natlan's their favourite too. And I'm glad that the story could touch them and could make them feel something. I'm sad that it only made me feel things when it kept hitting me over the idea of death and I kept thinking of Storm. The only reason it made me cry was because I thought of Storm. And because I'm still really vulnerable about it despite it's been almost a year. It's not because the story itself impacted me that way. It's because the theme did. And if anything, I hated it when it happened. I used to actually finish gaming sessions and complain to people that I keep having to cry whenever I deal with Genshin's story. Because it's not how I want to feel emotion over any game. But maybe that negative experience jaded it. But at the same time, I still don't think that makes sense of why I feel like the story was weaker overall. It can't just be the fact that I didn't enjoy having a weak spot of mine prodded it. It also has to be that the story quality just to me seems like it's just not there compared to some of the other things that they've done already. That's where I'm at. That doesn't make Genshin bad by any means. You have some stronger moments and you have some weaker moments. That's present in any storytelling experience. But to me, I'm hoping that they move away from Natlan with some lessons learned. Either way, take care, guys. Hopefully this, despite me ranting, this was at least a valuable experience, because I don't know if enjoyable is the correct word. I don't know if people actively enjoy someone complaining about things, but I also think that if the complaint isn't voiced, it's just gonna linger, and I'd rather that didn't happen either. So take care, everyone.